I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. Why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to be a lawyer? It's just because you saw someone who is a doctor or a lawyer, dresses well, talks well, makes money, has some certain attributes that you like. But what it takes for that person to have been what he or she is what you don't understand. So for the fact that you saw the person being a lawyer, a doctor, or a good businessman, yes, you have sight, but you don't have in-depth sight on what it is to be what that person is. So by the time you actually now figure out what it took that person to be whatever he or she is, then you now have a better aspect to sight. So that's when we can say you are seeing deeper, you are seeing further. So right now in business, when we talk about sight, it's said to be the ability to recognize what you would love to do in respect to what you like or what you think you like. So that at this point in time, you think you like something by the little sight that you have. But by the time you go deeper, you might tell yourself, "Whoa, no, this line is not for me. I want to go into some other aspect. I want to be some other kind of person," because you have more knowledge on what you were seeing. Like a baby that is newly born, after some days, the eyes open and the baby starts to see. This sight is seeing only. It's short of understanding and knowledge of what is being seen. So that is what most of us are like when we start off in life, trying to get ourselves into a career or a business. We just see, but we're short of understanding, we're short of knowledge of what exactly we are seeing. So in business, sight is important. It helps you to recognize what your passion may be and a little more, but that is as far as it can be. It can't take you further than that. Can just help you recognize your passion or a little more than what your passion is, but it can't take you further than that. But that is as far as it can help you. Until understanding and knowledge is added to it, it can't help you any more than that. So we have spoken about sight right now, and we have been able to understand what sight is. Not sight in a layman's view, not sight in just being opening your eyes to see like a child, but sight in the aspect of a matured human being and a person going into business or going into a career or living a particular life as a matured human being, because sight also applies to your everyday life, your marriage, your relationship with people. You must be able to see clearly. You understand? There's what we call clarity. It comes from sight. So now, having understood sight, we're going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to tell you now about vision. And I'll explain the relationship between vision and sight and why both sight and vision are needed in every business or career or any aspect of life that you find yourself into. Let me just give you the definition of vision right now, then we go on a short break, and after that we will continue with this topic. Vision is the faculty or state of being able to see, but not seeing alone. It's also the ability to think about and plan the future using imagination and applying wisdom. That is vision. So vision is not just sight. Vision is greater than sight. It's the ability, it's a faculty. And when you say it's a faculty, you know, like in your universities you have social sciences and stuff like that. It has other departments within itself. So vision is an aspect of sight, but much more greater than sight, with different departments in it. So there must be the department of imagination, the department of wisdom, able to plan. So that is vision. Vision is much deeper. Vision is a picture of your desired future. So I think from here we will take a little break, and when we come back we would talk more into vision, and we would look at the relationship between vision and sight in terms of business and life. Thank you very much.
With one voice, we're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart, for one cause, were determined to.
Okay, you're welcome back to Business and Life series here on Aloore Radio, and we were talking about sight and vision. We have spoken clearly about what sight is, and we're looking into vision right now. Before we went on the break, I gave you what vision is in terms of business and life, not in terms of the way a layman would look at it. A layman might just look at vision just like sight, the ability to see, just the ability to see and maybe just understand. But vision is much deeper, and especially when we are dealing with business, vision is very, very, very deep. Now, vision is it's a picture of your desired future, especially when we're dealing in business. It's a picture of your desired future. What do we mean by that? You want to start up a business now, or you go into a career, you finish from school and you're trying to build up your career. Most times you are being asked, what do you want to be in the next 5 years or 10 years? Or where is this company, or this in the next 2 years? So without a vision, you will not be able to answer such questions. Because maybe you've just started a business and the only thing that you see in front of you is just your nose. When I say your nose, is just to make money. Some people have business that it's all about just making money. They want to be able to see something coming today and something coming tomorrow, but they don't plan for different things. Now, having a vision has to do with in-depth knowledge of what you are doing. So vision is a faculty, like we said, it's a state of being, it's able to see. Vision is not only seeing alone, it's the ability to think, it's the ability to plan, it's the ability to plan for the future using your imagination and applying wisdom. So unlike sight, which is foremost and important, vision is a more matured state of sight, which comes with growth, application of understanding and knowledge, imagination, and then focus. So vision has a lot of ingredients in it. Like we call it a faculty, it has different departments, and all those departments are working together for everyone to achieve a particular goal. You go to companies, you hear of what they call vision statements. Those vision statements come from the vision of either the one man who started the company or the group of people who put themselves together to start the company. They put together a certain vision. You go into manufacturing, what's the vision? Your vision might be to deliver quality goods to people at affordable prices. That might be your vision. Your vision might be to put smile on people's faces. Different aspects. And your vision might be something which helps you apply some certain amount of discipline to yourself when it comes to business. So unlike sight is just seeing, but vision is important. Vision takes you more and further. So in business, vision is your goal. Vision is your future. In business, vision is your goal for what you want your business to be, and what you want your business to be now, and what you want it to be in the future. So that is what vision is. The ability to see further, the ability to see far. A lot of us say we want to paint the big picture. The big picture is the vision. What you want to be now, what you want to be in the future. What are you going to be with what you apply now? What will it mature to in the next 1 year? What will it mature to in the next 2 years, 3 years, and further? That is what vision does. So we want everyone to realize that if you are going into business, you must have a vision. Without a vision, a business cannot stand. Without a vision, the business doesn't have a future. Without a vision, the business doesn't even really have a now, because it can be swept off at any time. So we have to look at vision as a foundation and also as a structural member to keep the company going, to keep the business going. You know, if we're in buildings, the basis is the foundation. After the basis, you now have the structural members. If you are building a bungalow, it's different. But if you are building a duplex and you're going higher, you're going to have beams. You're going to have different aspects to create the structure for the building to stand. So likewise in business, vision is that structure, is that foundation that everyone needs. So in business, vision is your goal for what you want your business to be now and in the future. Vision in business is a way of communicating your business goals to others. Vision helps you tell others people around you exactly what your vision goal your vision goals are, exactly what your services are supposed to give them, exactly what your services are supposed to produce. So this is what vision does. That's why, like I said earlier, you see people when you come in, they put vision statements out, they put mission statements, they put some certain things out to make people know this is what their objective is, this is what they want to get to. Now, going further, we have to look at the importance of vision, because I have said a lot of things here, but we must understand what the importance of vision is in business. We need to understand that so that we know exactly why we should make sure that there must be a vision. If you have a business running right now, but you cannot actually tell anybody verbally what your vision is, then you need to find out one for yourself right now and incorporate it so that your business will have a structure and a stand to work upon and move by. First of all, vision, it serves as a strategic plan for success. Most companies have vision statements which are well written out in simple languages for easy understanding. It helps you plan a strategy. We all understand the aspect of strategizing. Without a strategy, a war is not being won, because the opponent is strategizing. If you just walk out into the open like that, definitely you will be open to attack. In business, we are in a war every time. We are in a war against different things outside that stand against the business. We're in a war when it comes to pricing. Like, look at the increase in fuel products right now. A lot of businesses will go down if they don't have a vision. But when they have a vision and their vision is propelling them right, you will see them re-strategize on how to carry themselves within this period of this petrol increment. Some companies would know what to do. You know, sometimes when you see, I'm not saying that it's nice when you hear a company is downsizing, but sometimes it's because they have a vision to stay alive. They know that the only way out is to downsize. It's a strategy. It might not be palatable to everybody, but instead of them going beneath water to keep their heads above water, they reduce their staff. Do you understand? Or some of them might reduce production for a while, let things stabilize. Different strategies. Without a vision, there will be confusion. The business might get confused and not know what direction to take. So it serves as a strategic plan for success. Also, vision acts as a guide when challenges are encountered. This is exactly a continuation of what I just said. A strategic plan, it serves as a guide, because at every point in time, our businesses face challenges. We might face challenges in logistics. Okay, like I'm a businessman too. A lot of times we are being called to evaluate some certain places before we come to work. But we have to also realize that, look, with the increment in prices of different things and transportation, especially in Lagos, we find out that it's not easy to just go from one place to the other without achieving anything. So we calculate ourselves, we calculate our expenses. So the challenge we might be having at that point in time might be logistics. How do we move around? How does the personnel move around? How do we take our products from one place to the other? How do we go and take measurements before we come back and write quotations and send the quotations to our clients and clients approve? Because we spend money before we even get the clients to approve our quotations and even give us the job. So sometimes the clients don't approve our quotations and we don't get the jobs. Everything spent on that move is gone. So we have to make sure that we overcome such challenges. How do we do it? Sometimes we might decide, okay, instead of us taking transport is becoming too expensive, let's buy a small car. Let's put in a pool car into the company so that at least it will be a bit cheaper if we have to use our own vehicles to move from point A to point B to do some certain things. So these are the things. It acts as a guide. It helps us. You'll be strategic and it guides you over challenges. It can help motivate workers too. When you have a vision, every time you have meetings, you remind every worker about the vision. When they're employed, you let them know the vision, you make them understand the vision. It gives them a motivating force. It gives them a feeling of belonging, that this is what we are all working together to achieve. So it motivates workers to work towards shared goals. You understand? Because everybody that comes, especially when you are working as a team, People come from different aspects. They have different ideologies to things. If you keep them with different ideologies working together as a team, there would be no force of cohesion, no unity. But when you bring in that vision as a vision statement, or as a vision goal, or as a shared goal, they buy into it, they understand it, you explain it to them during training, during talks, during early morning meetings, and that force of cohesion is now being built up. That unity is being brought in. It comes from that vision. It comes within that vision. So vision is really, really needed to motivate workers. Also, vision builds team spirit and understanding. I have spoken here before on team spirit in business. It's the vision that drives it. Because once they are working together with a particular vision, it's easy to achieve a goal. So it creates that bond of cohesion. And that bond of cohesion is that force that brings about that team spirit. And it brings about understanding. Also, it creates a sense of value to the company and its workers. Everybody within the company feels like they are important, feels they are part of a team doing something great. So it gives them a sense of value. So even while they are working, they have that sense of value. Even when they are not working and they're outside or at home, they work with that sense of value because it's a training. Vision brings about that training. Vision brings about that ability to believe in yourself, to believe in others, to believe in your team. So vision is strongly needed, very much, in business. Then also, vision gives direction to our life. Now, I'm going to talk out of business a bit. Even within our life, as an individual, we need vision. When I was put in primary school, I might have been ignorant of a lot of things, but at a certain stage in primary school, I started seeing and making up my mind. My mind was maturing and developing. At a point in time, I was able to say, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. I want to be an engineer. That is a vision. Sorry. In life, you need vision. So, you need vision to even bring up your family. You need vision as a husband, as a wife. You need vision as anybody within the family. So, you know what you want your family to be, the kind of family you want them to be, disciplined, well organized. It's vision. So vision is the ability to see far, with understanding, ability to use your imagination to create within your mind what you want to achieve at the end, what you want your family to be, what you want your business to be, what you want your workers within your business to be like and act like. That's why you see a lot of people who come from white collar jobs in very, very reputable companies. You find out that they weren't like that before they got in there. But it was the introduction of what they were being taught by vision in there that trained them along the years. So you see someone who has worked for a particular establishment that is of high reputation for a long time. He's different because of such things. So vision helps you direct your life to make your goals and your purposes become a reality. Also, vision makes life and work easier. You find out that when there's a vision, there is a guide. When there's a vision, there is structure. When there's a vision, there is strategy. When there's a vision, there are different things put on ground. And those different things put on ground are, how do I put it, they are little equipments or tools that help make work easier. Vision keeps work organized. Vision keeps work in focus. It keeps it on a track. And even if anyone is falling off the track, vision helps the person come back on track. So it's only when there is no vision. Even if you read the Bible talks about vision. With the lack of vision, there is confusion. There is a lot of people get into disarray. The Bible speaks on vision a lot. And other establishments also with other forms speak about vision. So vision is very, very important. It makes life and work easier and simpler, because in order to understand what we want ourselves to be in life, or what we want our business to grow into, and services, how we want our services to go, and how we want to render it, we need vision. How we want positive effects from our environment, we need vision. So it makes it easier. We must have a clear vision over our lives. Because if there is no clarity, a lot of times you don't have an idea what is in front of you, but vision helps you. Well, no matter what it is, the vision will conquer it. Vision helps you create strength within your mind. So it makes life and work easier. Also, vision clarifies purpose. Whatever purpose you are heading for in life, once you have a vision, it makes it clear. Makes it clear. It helps you tell you what you need to have on ground. It's just like you're going to the farm and you don't have a vision of what you want to do on that farm. Then you don't know what tools to carry. But by the time you say you're going to the farm and you want to plant yam or plant something, you know what tools to take with you. So vision clarifies purpose, and once we understand this, life becomes simpler and more meaningful. Also, so as a business, a company, and business vision, also like I said, so as a business or a company, a business vision is most important. It's the guiding principle for making short and long-term decisions. In business, there are times where you have to make short-term decisions, you have to make long-term decisions. Without a vision, you won't be able to do this. So you're going to need to be able to incorporate a vision within your business ideas so that whatever decisions you want to make are organized. A clear vision in business gives you the ability to set goals and plan. So that's what I'm saying. It gives you the ability to set goals and plan for success. It helps you to be proactive instead of being reactive. A lot of times when you don't know what is coming your way, when it hits you, you react. But when you know what is coming, even if it's a challenge, you're already prepared for it. If you have to put on your seatbelt, or you have to dodge it, or you have to face it, or you have to put, you understand? So that's being proactive. You're already prepared for it. So vision helps you prepare for anything. Vision helps you plan for the future. So you could tell yourself, oh, this and this is what we can face in the future. Like someone going into poetry right now. Because he has understanding about poetry, he knows that at some point in time, there are different diseases that could hit the birds. And instead of him losing all the birds within his poultry farm, he puts different things by bringing in medical facilities and different things to protect those birds, bring in vaccinations. But someone without a vision comes with understanding and knowledge. Someone without that vision won't be there. All he knows that, oh, I'm going to build bed racks, I'm going to build a place for them, I'll put light for heat, he put everything, put water, put food. But he's not ready for some of the other things that will come with it. When those things come, he doesn't know what to do. He starts to react when he starts to lose his beds. So vision, like I said, is very necessary in business. Vision is not sight, but it is sight with vision is not sight alone, but it's sight with understanding, with your imagination, with focus, with knowledge, and with wisdom. So in business, teamwork is required also. Vision, which becomes a common vision, is being applied in teamwork. So I'm going to talk more on how this helps us in business, but I would like us to take one more break right now for 1 or 2 minutes, and when we're back, we will continue on this discussion in business and life on vision and sight. Thank you very much. Hello, you're welcome back to Aloore Radio. This is Business and Life series. We've been talking about sight and vision in business, and I think we have been able to understand what sight is, what vision is in business and in life, and we've been able to understand how important sight and vision is in business and in life. We are not done yet. We still have some certain areas we need to look into, but we have understood that it is extremely important for someone to have sight, but it's more important for a person to have vision. And we have been able to look on how vision affects business and our lives in terms of overcoming challenges, in terms of preparing for the future in success, in terms of maintaining cohesion and unity within workers, in terms of creating a sense of value for the workers, and keeping direction and guide on our lives and in our business. So going further, we also spoke that vision clarifies purpose. Once we understand this, life becomes simpler and more meaningful. We see a lot of people who are doing well. You look at them and they run a lot of businesses, not one, not two. And we know very well that there's a lot of headache in running business. So you ask yourself, well, this person is doing great, is living great, has a good house, has people working for him or her, has good cars, has drivers, he's maintaining this company. But if you're being put within that person's shoes, you will realize that there's a lot of work to do, and there's a lot of things to face. There's a lot of headache in there. But you know what makes it simple is having a vision. A vision makes you know when to apply different tactics, when to bring in division of labor, when to employ, when not to employ, when to do things, because vision helps you realize that, look, I have this goal and this is where I'm going and I must get there. So with that vision, you sit back down, you strategize, you plan. Oh, I can't do this alone. I have to hire people. I have to bring people in. So I'm not just talking about business alone, I'm talking about even within your home. You find a lot of people within their homes who are very busy rather, within their business. And the home must still run. They think about different ways out of it because they have a vision for their business and have a vision for their home too. They have to balance it. So you are now having two visions at a time, maintaining that your home and your business. And you now find out, okay, fine, I have children going to school. When they come back from school, they have to eat. You see people, okay, I'm going to hire a maid, or I'm going to hire just a cook. Okay, I'm moving around from one place to the other. I can't drive to pick my kids here. I can't do this, do this. You hire a nanny, you hire a driver. You might look like, okay, yes, the more businesses a man or a person has, yes, the more income that comes in. So the more people he can employ. So with vision, it's easier to plan. It's easier to make life easier for yourself. Now, even if you are a small-time business person, the same vision is going to help you move that your business from a small business to something that can blow your mind. But without vision, it's not possible. So we also said that vision helps you to be proactive instead of being reactive. Reactive could end up you losing everything. Being proactive saves you. Being proactive helps you do damage control sometimes. Being proactive helps you avert issues or problems that could come, because challenges would always come. So going further now, in business, teamwork is required. Also vision. So also vision, which becomes a common vision, is needed. It is also called shared vision. So I'm going into vision in terms of when we are working as a team. A lot of jobs we do right now, there are different teams that are being set up, team 1, team 2, team 2, to achieve different goals. So each team has a vision to achieve a particular goal. So they call those visions common goals or common visions or shared visions. So they are practically the same things as the visions that an individual shares, but in this time it's being shared by a group of people, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more. And they work together no matter what their different perspectives in life are or where they come from. When they come together, they're working with that same vision to achieve one or two particular goals. So this helps them learn. So that I'm still teaching about the aspects of vision in terms of a group of people now. It helps them learn together. It helps them trust each other. It helps them expand their horizon. It helps them expand their thinking, because they are doing things together as a team. So it helps people learn. It helps people expand their manner of thinking. It helps them when difficulties. It helps them overcome difficulties. Difficulties are early overcome and also minimized when you have vision within a team, because it helps as a guide. When you want to do something, you ask your team members, you think about it, you plan it. Will this decision adversely affect our vision? So you now say vision is now the guide. If we do this thing, how will people look at us? Will it take us off track? So vision now brings you back to say, no, we can't do it this way, or yes, we can do it this way, or we can just, it helps you plan, and that way you are learning. The next man to you is learning. Everybody is learning on how to apply these things, and you find out that the same manner of approach you're using as it in the group with that vision, sometimes when you get home you do it. Oh, if I do it this way, does it affect my family? So you find out that you've learned. Instead of just doing some trial and error, you think first, you plan, you call your wife, or sometimes you talk to your wife and children, get their opinions about things. It helps you now apply your strategy, the required strategy to whatever issue you want to deal with. So it is vision. So vision brings about learning. It brings about making things easier. So, like I'm saying now, I'm going to almost get to the end of this. In the long run, what I'm saying is that sight and vision are needed in life and in business, because it's the proof. Because let me explain it further. Sight and vision are needed in life and business because it shows that without organization in anything a person does, there will be confusion. You find out that, especially when you're working as a team, if one person is going left and another person is going right and another person is going up north and another person is going down south or somewhere, there would be that lack of understanding between both of them, or between all of them, and you find out that there will be confusion, and at the end of the day, whatever goal they are trying to achieve will not come to pass. Also, we must realize that since we are talking about sight and vision has sight within it with understanding, with imagination, and so many other ingredients, we must realize that these things build up the mindset of a person. When a child is growing up, and like I said, the child doesn't understand what he or she sees, and by the time she's growing and growing, being educated from school, being educated by the parents, the child starts to understand certain things, where to go, what not to do, what not to touch, how to do things. So the imagination is growing, the imagination is building up. By the time the child now understands different things, the child too can now make her own decisions or his own decisions, create his own ideas. The imagination now, which we know that as humans, our imagination is very creative. We can now make decisions on what we want to be in future. We now understand more about what it takes to be that person. You know very well that if you're going to be a lawyer or you're going to be a doctor, there are certain things that you must do. It's not about people who are not ready to study, they're not ready to go to school, they're not ready to something, and you say you want to be a doctor. Yes, by sight, you feel like you like what the doctors look like, how they behave and what they do, heal people and stuff. But by understanding, you now find that, look, I have to be a science student. I have to be able to read. I have to be able to be focused. I have to be able to shed some certain amount of play to become that doctor. Likewise, a businessman, he wants to go into business. He realizes, look, it's not about just opening a place. There are services to render. I need capital. I need some certain interrelationship between some certain kind of people. I need to be able to mingle with some certain kind of people. I need to be able to attend some certain kind of trainings. I need to do it. So it's vision that helps us understand all these things. So what we are talking about today is the understanding between sight and vision in business. Sight is very necessary because without you seeing initially, without you seeing that, oh, I like the aspect of this business, or I like the aspect of being a doctor or a lawyer, you can't go anywhere. But when you now have sight and you're beginning to mature, you're beginning to understand things, You are beginning to apply vision into what it takes to get to where you want to go to. So by doing that, you are applying vision. So by the time your vision now gets to a state of maturity, you find out that when you get into that business, you understand what it takes to run it. You understand, even while you're in business and you experience challenges, sometimes the challenges may hit you. But you come back after a while, you are more experienced. The next challenge comes, you have greater and deeper vision. You are able to evade it, or you are able to absorb it for a while, or you are able to. So vision is very, very important. So that is why you see that every good business or establishment or company that is growing or has grown or is standing now today, speak to them, ask them questions, interview them. You find out that they had a vision. There was a vision within their mind. There was a vision within themselves. Not every business you might see might have a vision statement, but within their hearts there's a vision. Within their mindset there's a vision. Some put it down quietly somewhere. There must be a vision. In my business, I have a vision. I'm a civil engineer. I'm also a businessman. I'm into metal fabrications. I have a vision. I have a vision that guides my business. I have a vision that guides my life. And you must also realize that your visions must mature. I won't use the word change. They must mature. They must grow. Because every day you experience different things and you put it in. So your vision would grow as you are growing. And the more you have a deeper vision into what you want to do, the more your businesses will do well, the more your families will do well, the more your relationship with people will do well, the more you will find things easier in any aspect of life that you find yourself into. That is very, very true. So what we are saying here is that in life and in business, it is necessary for you to have vision. I'm not saying it's impossible for you to succeed in life and business without vision, but you would go through a lot of difficulties. And the tendency of some of the businesses dying out easily and early deaths happen because there is no vision. The tendency of a family going wayward is because there is no vision. The family of an individual losing focus and going astray is because the person as an individual lacks vision on where he is going. So these are the reasons why we came up with this topic today, and these are the things that I have been able to share with you today. And I believe that you've been having heard all I have said right now, I believe that you would agree with me that there is an importance, great importance for vision and sight in business and in life. Also, if you look at the animals, remember what we call darkness. Lack of vision, we can relate it to darkness, because when a person doesn't have vision, he can't see. So we can relate lack of vision or even lack of sight to business, as in to darkness rather. But we must realize that within that darkness, there is still some bit of light. We might not just be able to, our eyes might not be able to comprehend it. Because even we as humans, in the night, we say we don't see, but certain animals see. So what I'm trying to say is that with vision, you will be able to draw that aspect of the light out of that darkness. So in areas where you don't have understanding, once you have vision, that understanding starts to come in. Once you search more, you try to research on some certain things that you want to go into. Because like if I want to start a clothing business now, I don't know anything about clothing, so there's complete darkness in there. But the darkness is there because I don't know. Not that there is no light. There is light there. But the minute I get up and I go and meet somebody who knows a bit about the clothing business, I'm beginning to draw out the light from that darkness. And before you know it, there is light there. I now understand a little bit, and the more I go further, I understand. And the more I put my head into it, I get to understand more about the clothing business. So I can now say that yes, I have a vision in here. I structure my vision, I put in strategies, I put in different things, and one day you'll find me, I might own a boutique, I might own a clothing business, or I could even be importing bales of clothes from different areas and people are buying. So it's for you to have an understanding and a vision The site is needed first. You have the site. Oh, there is something about this clothing business that I like, but I don't know anything. It's still dark. By the time you start to inquire, you start to search, you start to see. From there you can create a vision in business. From there you can structure yourself. From there you can find out that you can be any part of the clothing business. You can decide to say that I'm going into children's clothing, I'm going into baby's clothing, I'm going into baby shoes. They're all in the clothing business, but they are different aspects. But because you have a vision, you have sight, you have insight, you have knowledge, you have understanding, you have wisdom, you can now say, okay, I'm not going to go to the men's shirts. I'm going to go to this department. I think I'll do better here. I think this is what it takes to do this. You put a structure, you create a vision for it, ask yourself where you want to be, how deep you want to go. Okay, do I just want to be bringing in and other people buy? Do I want to have a big shop? Or do I even want to be buying materials and making these things myself? So in life, sight and vision is very, very important. And I would like to close with this right now. I would like to conclude here and to say this, that the purpose for any business is to provide value to people. That is the purpose. Value to people. And also, not just value to people, money in your pockets. So the purpose for any business is to provide value to people and to try get paid in doing so. So the point of having a vision is to create a picture big enough for you to see, to assist you achieve your goals. That is what vision, sight and vision does for you in business. Sight and vision in business and in life creates a big picture for you to see and assist you achieve your goals. That is what it does. So it's very important for us as businessmen, family men, students, whatever it is. Even a student who is studying in school and writing exams must have a vision. What's the vision? To pass my SSC, to pass my junior WAEC, to get into university. That might be the vision. By the time the person has got to that point, the person creates another one. Okay, I'm in university now. What's my vision? I want to become a doctor, an engineer. You're already there. By the time you finish from there, you create another one. But you need that vision to move from point A to B. So everybody needs a vision. So I'm going to conclude here, and I believe I've been able to share my views and educate you on the importance of sight and vision in business. I am happy, and I thank you all for being on this program with me. Once again, this is Business and Life series on Aloore Radio. You can reach us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio. Also on YouTube, Aloore Radio. Our website is www.alooreradio.com. Thank you very much. This is Christian on Aloore Radio Business and Life series. Thank you.
As a people with one song, with one voice.